Well, here we are again. Guess I should have saved Senator Armstrong's line of being just a few minutes late as usual for today, huh? I needed a nap after I came home from school today. And I napped for about 15-20 minutes too long. So I could not make it. I would not have made it through this stream, not well anyway, without having a quick snooze. So apologies for the late start. For those that were not around when we did this on Twitch, usually if I got a late start, although it usually wasn't as late as this, we went late to finish, but that's going to depend on how long it takes to do the things that we're doing today. We did two of the what do I want to call them? We did 2 resets last time. So if we do 2 resets this time, I'll be happy with that as well. So let me get my water, hang on. All right. Well, let's not delay, shall we? Let's see if we can't solve more of this mystery, shall we?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Now I know how Bill Murray felt when he was filming Groundhog Day, because this is going to happen a lot. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Slay the Princess, the stream edition. Last time we began our adventure looping through similar scenarios. According to what we learned the last time, the princess seems to change her entire outlook, and by that I mean physical appearance, mental capacity, the world around her even, based on how we perceive her. So it's not quite the same journey every single time through. And we need to unfold a few more aspects of her personality because the hands in the Long Quiet said that that would probably be a good idea. So, I don't know how much I fully trust everyone involved here yet, but again, as I said last time, at least I feel some obligation to the hands in the Long Quiet because, well, I'm the only thing they've ever known, so if I don't take care of them well, how can I expect them to emerge fully formed into the world at the end of this and not just want to destroy it, you know? So let's be civil about the whole thing, shall we? All right. So we've established a few of these things. We've already established these 2. Did I ask him? I don't think I asked him this one. Can't someone else do this? Forget I'm not doing this. That just seems silly. We already know the reward, so I guess it's kind of silly to ask that one. I guess let's ask this one since I don't think we've asked this one yet, so let's ask this one. I mean, I already know pretty much the kind of sass to expect in retort, but yeah, we'll ask it anyway.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Well, now we know where this guy's values lie. I don't know if he's considered the fact that the princess being alive is what gives value to all of the goods and services that the seamstress or the miller and the fisherman give to society, because if the princess is dead, that means the monarchy is destroyed, and that means that all currency in the monarchy is also null and void. But that doesn't... The worldly politics are complicated, all right? That's the important thing to consider here. Anyway, let's still be cordial because we've been cordial this whole time. So other than the last time where we just walked up and murdered her. So
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Something about her lying and cheating, yes?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Apparently she stops short of stealing, so I guess at least we can't fault her that.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm sure. I will figure out what I'm talking about eventually as well. But for now, in order to get answers, as usual, all answers lie in the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. And do I take it? We took it last time. We didn't take it the first time, but we did take it the second time. Do I want to alternate or do I want to take it again? You know, I've got notes on this. Let me take a look at my notes. Hold on. Bumped the pop filter, sorry. I think I'll take the blade again.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
There's actually multiple scenarios here, and I have one more situation that I want to do, one more reset that I want to do with the blade, and one more without it, and then one more that's the end of the whole thing, so... I just couldn't decide which order I wanted to do them in.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
And me burping into the heavy and damp atmosphere is probably not making it much better.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I think we already know that she can be in charge if she wants to be.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, Starfall, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You are with me. Yes, thank you. Thank you for being with me on the beginning of my journey. We will have to be careful because this could be dangerous. So let's not give her the pleasure of any calm conversation. Let's just go down.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Now, last time we slayed her right away already,
Downstairs
so this time we can't
and
slay
lock
her right
eyes
away.
with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I don't think we want to find out.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Well, last time this happened, I did in fact just kill this version of the princess right away. So let's try talking to this one. We didn't really get to know her last time, so let's try to talk her down a little bit here. See what we can learn.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
Yeah, it's a fair point.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
See, I don't normally like taking orders from people, but when you make a compelling argument, it makes me more willing to follow your orders. Drop the knife.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
Why did you
floor
have
with
to
an
make the hands
unceremonious
trembling?
clap.
Isn't that going to reveal something to her? Okay.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Yeah, let's take a look. see if we can learn a little bit about her.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
And this time she seems a little more cold, which is fair, because, again, we did approach with a knife in hand.
We'll be fine.
So,
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
says you. Yes, let's talk it out. Get to know her and see if we can find a peaceful solution. My day's going pretty good. I've got a lot of homework to consider for the end of the semester, but I'm taking some time out of my day to do something that I enjoy, because if I just do homework all day, I will become a very dull person.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Is that what you want to call it? Yeah, I don't think I need to acknowledge what she just said. Are you coming on to me? No, I don't think so. Let's start with this one. Let's see how she reacts to the same probing question we used previously with the other version of the princess.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Same here, dealing with finals. Yeah, finals are coming up for me as well, so it's just one of those things. Just got to make it through, and then at least I know I'll be a little more free in the summer, so I'll be able to stream a little more. This whole 1 to 2 days a week thing, not really cutting it for me.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
She's doing it on purpose. Let's see. So I don't want to say this one. I don't want to say this one. We don't want to give away the ghost here. You know, I am unarmed. I don't want her to be like, oh, really? Well, then how about I just end it? How would I get you out of here? That might be worth asking, depending on how everything plays out here. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
No kidding.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
You're not making this very easy for me. Do you know why I'm here? I was sent here with a knife.
Do you?
No. No, I don't.
You're lying.
How does she know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
She's got a fair point, actually. And you know, actually, it is kind of unfair that I'm standing on top of her saying, do you know why I was sent here to kill you? And then just, like, asking probing questions. Hypothetically, if I was to get you out of here, how would we do that?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then.
Nope.
I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
I don't like that face. Rational solutions are always better. Well, we're going to give the rational solution a shot here. Writing your own game, actually, calling it Storykeepers. Nice. Nice. Hope it goes well for you. Hopefully everything develops out just the way you want it to. Take your
Her
time with
sharp
it, though,
eyes
because
settle on the edge of the blade.
that's one of those things where I feel like a lot of people, when they're developing or making their own game, they're like, no, I got to make it faster so that it can come out faster. Like, take your time with it, so that way nothing ends up not the way you want it to be, you know?
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
I think you think she's thinking yes.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's see. All right, so I think I've done enough talking.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You make it sound like I'm gonna
You know why you're here.
not. I don't know. You make it sound like I'm not gonna do that. So this seems like a really, really bad idea. I mean, we've already seen her chew through her arm, so that seems like a pretty bad idea. So let's try to get her out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Gonna be a turn-based RPG with action commands similar to Mario and Luigi. Play a 60 chess game to defeat her, something like that. We'll have to find the opportune moment, but I don't know if we'll find the opportune moment. But yeah, turn-based RPG with action commands sounds like a fun time. Hopefully that all designs out well for you.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I did enjoy Superstar Saga back in the day. Haven't played any of the other Mario and Luigi's since then, but I did enjoy a good Superstar Saga back in the day.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Now, she says she's sure of this. Could she will the key into existence? I don't know if that's one of her powers.
Doubtful.
It's a thought,
Whoever
though.
locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Because the impression so far that I've been given is that the narrator controls the cabin. The princess only controls the cabin when her influence starts spreading. So... besides me cutting you out of here, she's gonna be like, yeah, nope, that's what I want to do. Let's just do this and hope that we don't need to use the knife, but we may have to.
I'll be here.
We know how this is gonna
You
go.
attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Yes, the narrator's here.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Well, we know how that's gonna end.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
We've taken quite a long time not slaying her, so I feel like if we tried to slay her at this point, it would become problematic. So, protagonist's name is Elliot. Wanted to be a cautious, pragmatic boy. There you go. Only played Superstar Saga as well. Don't trust the princess. She seems rather stabby. Talking, you have your computer open, using your phone to talk. From what you can tell is the narrator's giving you perspective, making you believe and know what is happening in order to give you control. It's perspective you only give her power if you let her. At least that's what you think. Don't know much about this game. The only thing you know about it is that it has funny talking and very stabbing lady. I don't know. So we've done 2 perspectives so far, and so far she has not stabbed me yet, so maybe I'm just doing it right. I don't know. I guess we'll find
Easier
out.
for whom? Easier for everyone.
Says the man hiding in the clouds.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They sure did.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Well, the knife's already in my hand, so I don't know if there's anything you can do about it, so... let's do it. Let's get her out of here.
Against your
Sorry
better
about this,
judgment,
milady.
You place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
So now the interesting thing here, right, is that the first time we did this sequence, we came here without the knife. So that was the time when she tried to chew through her arm. This time she does not have blood splatter all over her face. And I don't know if I showed this. So you see the fast forward key between, I'm moving between auto and the journal that's up here. There's a fast forward key. So if you've seen this before, that fast forward will light up. We've seen that happen previously, but it's not lighting up. So this is something new. We haven't done this before. Even though it looks the same, we haven't done it before. So
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
as we've seen previously, this will not bother
She
her.
doesn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Yeah, so my server, I don't have the link directly on me here, but if you go to my channel, there's a link to the Discord server on my homepage on the channel if you want to join the server. So, very least attempt to try and help her. Would feel awful for doing this, even if it would save her. It makes you nauseous looking, can barely handle the movie Coraline, so this is making you weird. Yeah, the gore sometimes bugs me too, but for some reason in this game, most, not all, but most of the gore doesn't really bug me all that badly. There are some situations where it does bug me a lot, but we'll get there.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Well, she's a still frame. She's not losing blood from her arm because she's a portrait, so she doesn't drip blood, so she's not losing it. And therefore, because she's not losing it, there's no hemorrhagic shock or anything.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
You're welcome. Let's break the door down
We
together.
won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Now, to be clear, the first time we did this, there is an option down here to warn her. I'm gonna hate myself for saying this. What happens if we don't warn her? Mr. Narrator, no!
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Narrator, no narrator. Joined it. Alright, well, cool. Thanks. We'll see you around the server then. Now, Mr. Narrator, you listen to me right
Okay.
now.
There's no going back now.
I mean, we could go back on it.
Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Alright, you did this on purpose then. You had the opportunity, if you were taking control of my body to stab her, you had the opportunity to stab her through the back into her heart. You stabbed on the opposite side of her body. What did you think that was going to do? Because I feel like the only thing you've accomplished is pissing her off.
Are you serious?
Apparently.
I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you.
You do have a stabbing implement now. Your bones are pretty sharp.
Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one,
She doesn't sound like she's lying.
but I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
I know when I'm beaten. Sorry about that.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back.
Yes, he messed up
revealing
really
her
badly, and she is
bone-shattering
now
haymaker.
going to kick my ass. Ow.
You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
Why is the knife back in my hand? Didn't we drop it?
If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she gets out.
I doubt that very much so.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
Yeah, like I said, I know when I'm beat.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess.
Well, this is gonna hurt a lot.
It can't just end like this, right?
I did in fact allow it to end like this, so yes, it can.
I'm sorry, but it's over.
Mm.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, that was my windpipe. Chapter 2, The Tower. This is a new one.
You're on a
We're back in
path
Minor Key
in the
again.
woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Hit you so hard. Had a flashback to someone else that you don't even know. Been waiting forever to use that joke idea. Yeah, there you go. She has removed your living privileges. She's about to crush you, and she's going to remove your privilege called breathing. She did, in fact, remove my breathing privileges. But little does she know, I can return from the brink of death.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sort of. By letting her destroy an entire world and then returning. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu again. Let's see. I'm going to ask this one probably, well, I don't know. I feel like I could ask this one most of the time because this one introduces us to our new crew member, basically. So, although there are these other options that are here that I could ask. She's going to kill me again. We can run down this list. Let's start here because she did in fact just kill me. pretty decisively. So let's start with this, the panic rising in my voice.
Again? People don't die twice.
So you
You
think.
haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Trying to butter me up, huh?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
No, second voice?
What does it matter what he knows?
Oh, there it is.
There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Well, that guy, said what I said, basically.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her.
I did let
Saving the
her,
princess
so
and
he's got a
saving the
point.
world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
You know, for once you're actually making sense. We don't need to ask that. We already asked that. Let's just go to the cabin. That's where all our answers are. Little did she know, you're a gamer, so you can
Before you go
respawn.
any
Yeah,
further.
patriotic linear time loop. Yes, totally, she cannot. Mr. Narrator, no one likes a meat rider. Well, he's trying to give me more confidence, I suppose. I don't know how much good it's going to do, but
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
she did overpower us very quickly last time. But I don't know if I agree with that logic of just, oh, you know what, let's stop pretending we're capable. That's how you get destroyed.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Just a little bit.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
That's what they all say, but this is a fantasy video game. And there's that.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
It makes me wonder if people who play this game who explicitly, like, want her to step on you, because there are people, I'm sure, that play this game explicitly to have her step on you, if they, like, made a beeline for this route.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a good idea.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
I like the way he says knuckleheads.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Don't know how I like this voice of the broken guy. It's kind of a downer, but I guess that's kind of the point, huh?
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
Wow.
The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
That seems really dangerous. Like, the ladder doesn't even reach nearly high enough for me to be able to grab it without a chance of it falling on my head and just killing me. And there's the mirror as well. Trying to stay with you all the way like one of the voices in your head that try to protect you. Well, I appreciate that. It gives me a little extra banter. She has too much power, but she only has the power you give her. The power of perspective is a lot. As long as you believe you could do something, you can overwhelm someone through the power. Power of delusion and belief gives people almost infinite power. We know how that ended for Darth Sidious, though. Also, don't really like doing the stabby option unless she warranted it. Unless you deserve it, do not deserve to get stabbed. Yeah, good thing you're rock-headed. I'm so bullheaded I can't get stabbed to death by my own power,
The
unless I
blade
want
is your
to.
implement.
Which
You'll
did
need
that?
it if you want to do
yeah, it
this
already
right.
happened the one time because the time that we stabbed her immediately without talking, we did have to stab ourselves in order to escape from that loop. So.
Why do we feel so small?
Well, this is a tower.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Because we made her out to be bigger than she actually is. Let's approach the mirror. And this is going to be a thing that I do each time because it just feels appropriate to approach the mirror each time. We don't have to talk
Walk
about
up
the
to
mirror
wall
each
next
time,
to the
but just
basement door.
approach it
It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
so that the hands know
What are you talking about?
that we can
This
see
isn't a
her.
wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
There, all clean.
Count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
I mean, my face has repaired itself since we got killed the last time, so probably would have been fine. Take the blade, enter the basement. I think... Well, taking the blade didn't really make much of a difference the last time because she still beat me to death. So I think we'll try, this is going to sound really, really bizarre, but I think we'll try going down there without the blade. I want to see what happens.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed.
I'm glad at least one of us is still optimistic about this.
Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
She's only the monster that you believe her to be. She can only be the monster you want her to be, so that's how you beat her. Make her not the monster. Yeah, that's the idea. Maybe if we go down there civilly, maybe she won't feel like such a monster. She's about to hit you with the Mortal Kombat finisher. Open the door. Dun, dun, dun!
The door to the basement creaks open,
Wow.
revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Almost.
This is actually kind of nice.
I wouldn't hold on to that sentiment for too long.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Let's see what happens.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
I don't know if I like that.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh boy.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed.
I probably shouldn't have let her beat me to death either, but we're all making some pretty poor decisions today.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Because he wants her to step on him again.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Let's be fair, the last time I let one of the voices make the decisions for me, it literally ripped my chest open. So, let's just go.
Making your way
Guess
down
because
the
the stock
spiral
market
staircase
prices
is a
would be killing her with
time-consuming
taxes and
exhausting
returning
effort.
probably.
Every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the
about that
next.
only dumb 15-year-old. Well,
But
don't
soon
sell
the
yourself
end
short by
comes into
calling
view,
yourself dumb.
and you tumble
but-
to the bottom, entering
Yeah,
the
don't
vast,
worry about that
temple-like
stuff. We can
room
have the conversation about dominatrices. I don't know. Later. Don't worry about it for now. Anyway, sorry, I missed the whole narrator speech. Let me read through this. Okay, there we go. Well, I tumbled down.
The princess towers over you, almost
Okay.
glowing in the weak starlight.
Well-
her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
She's a little taller than last time.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
Well, don't count me out just yet. My crow talons are legally listed as a deadly weapon, but
And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
something tells me she's not going to step on you, man.
Kneel.
I don't think...
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead,
Ow!
your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
I mean, I guess talking would probably be better than getting my knees buckled out from under me again.
The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight.
I'm only doing what you said for me to do, to be clear.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
So you remember that too, huh?
Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Yeah, I mean, she guessed that I was lying last time, but she still doesn't know what the problem is here. Be back in like 5-10 minutes, take a shower. Alright, sounds good, Starfall. Careful, remember to be determined, and she's as powerful as you determine her to be. Yeah, we'll see if we end up fighting God. I will let you know, but have fun, get your shower done, get all clean, and I'll be here. No, I'm not telling you why I'm here. I didn't tell you last time. That's the only thing I can cling to, not telling you.
You will.
I will not.
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
Listen, voice of the broken. You might be the voice of the broken, but I feel like being the voice of the vindictive right now. Nope.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
Wait, what?
Can she do that?
She can see into my mind?
There's nothing she can't do.
Well, if you keep saying that, then you'll be right.
Confused, meek, a chorus of submissive indecision. Is that why you came to me unarmed?
Well, you caught me red-feathered.
It doesn't matter. All of it is easily brushed aside. And there it is. I am destined to end the world.
Damn it! Well, we gave up the ghost boys. What do we do now?
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten.
I wonder who made you forget that.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Aren't you the princess of the world as it is now? Wouldn't that make you want to preserve it, or do you not like having power over everything? I thought that's your whole bag right now.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
How do you figure?
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
You can't really convince me with a maybe there, friend. This is a fair point. Maybe we can talk about that. I wonder if she'll revoke my speaking privileges if I try to ask her these questions. Let's try asking her this and seeing if she's receptive. I can probably venture a guess no, but hey, let's see.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Didn't think so.
There is an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's not very nice. Yeah, let's try, and I something tells me this is not going to sway her, but let me at the very least attempt.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I'm pretty sure the only reason why you think that I can't see that is because you don't realize how piercingly bright it is. It's so bright that your opinion is literally shining out any other possible thought process, because now all of a sudden you seem to think that there's only one path forward. There is not. I'm not gonna take part in this. I'm not gonna outright say F you, but like, strongly considering it.
You poor deluded thing. Don't think you can muster up the strength to defy me now. You already submitted the moment you entered this temple without the will to end me.
Well, I'm not gonna end you, I'm not gonna help you. You're still chained to the wall after all. I mean, I guess that won't really make much of a difference. It's already been said you can break that, but...
What is she talking about? She's talking about your ridiculous decision to come down here unarmed. But it doesn't matter. Don't let her talk you into bowing down to her or whatever it is she thinks she can make you do. You can still go back and get the blade from upstairs. You can still stop her.
You really think she's gonna let me just walk up there?
But we're already here, and we already made our choice, and there are so many tall stairs between us and that altar.
Is that your excuse?
You're right about one thing. You already made your choice, and your choice was to defy her. I don't care how many stairs there are or how tall they are, you're going to turn around right now, take the blade, and save the damn world.
So now the question is, whose will is going to overpower who's here?
Even now, your vessel twitches and trembles, consumed by conflict with yourself.
What do you mean, vessel?
But that part of you standing in hopeless defiance isn't the only thing resisting me, is it?
There's some consensus
There's
in here.
something else in there. Someone else. A greasy film sheltering your heart.
Wow, she called you greasy, dude. That's cold.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
It's funny, that's what the Spectre said, too.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
I think she's got your number, Mr. Narrator.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Well, that's not good.
Are you okay?
No.
I'm fine. He's
I've always been fine.
He is very, very not okay.
No, this isn't right. What do? We can't just let her control us like this.
Lest you forget, voice of the hero, she's in my head.
I've been trying to tell you this whole time. It isn't about can or can't. It isn't even about will or won't. There is only one path in front of us, and we will walk it.
I don't fully know that I agree with that.
We'll just refuse.
Yeah.
Not even he could refuse her in the end. What are you supposed to do?
Hmm.
We're all prisoners here. Some of us are just willing to embrace our chain.
You know that "what are you supposed to do" line is literally the reason why JRPG protagonists attack and dethrone God. All the time, right? Because people ask them that question and it gives them power.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
I will not.
We will. I promise.
Please stop talking.
I know you will.
God damn it.
Everything
Okay.
goes dark,
Dark.
and you die.
Well, the first time she crushed my windpipe, I'm pretty sure she just stuck her fingers through my brain that time. Chapter 3, The Apotheosis. Oh no.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
Oh, let me guess. At the end of that path is a cabin.
Had a little bit of enough at this point.
This is hardly a path in the woods. It's all big and weird.
Yeah, what's with the trees? They look like stone pillars. You know, probably her influence is spreading at this point. She's created like a a staircase up to the Parthenon for herself. Great. Now you fight a god. What will you do? Will you stand or fall? That is the truth to call. Welcome back, Starfall. Mr. Narrator, please don't give him Mr. Narrator back. His words became pink. That means he's become zesty. Just hammering it into your head that your choices don't matter, and you'll always end up dead. Also, yes, you're back in the shower. Yes, welcome back. She seems to be trying to hammer that into my head, but the more she's trying to hammer it into my head, the more I'm starting to think, you know, that's a round hole you're trying to smash that square peg into.
Another witness to her radiance. Her hour is soon upon us.
All right, we need to get this guy on the team. I don't know what I need to do. We need to get this guy on the team. We are not going to fix this problem if we don't work together.
This is bad.
You don't say.
Oh, is it now? I hadn't noticed. Do you need a primer, Mr. Amnesiac?
No, I'm quite all right, but if all of you would take a moment to settle down, there's something important I'd like to get across to you before it's too late.
That we have to slay the princess, and she will try to lie and cheat and do everything in her power to stop me from slaying her. Don't believe a word she, says.
Is it about the princess? We already know all about the princess.
She's been having a wonderful time just murdering us over and over again.
No, I mean, yes, it's about the princess, but whatever you think I'm going to say, it's probably not that.
All right, well,
Look, fine, just out with her already, yeah? But if I hear the words, "You're here to slay her," or "If you don't, it will be the end of the world," you'll have lost speaking privileges.
oh my god.
You two are just wasting your time. It's all going to end when we open that cabin door, which means it's already all over. What's the point of dawdling when the end is already written?
Well, what if I find an eraser? I can unwrite the written.
Okay, that nonsense he's going on about, that's what we need to talk about. You've been here before, obviously.
Yes, we have, in fact.
Whatever you did before gave her far too much power. So you've got to cut it out, get to that cabin, and slay her before things get any more out of hand. Are our thoughts doing that? Make her small, make her small, make her small, make her small. Shit. What if I'm doing it wrong? What if I'm making her even stronger?
Stop thinking that last thought. Just keep thinking the first thought.
We've built a new god, and she is limitless.
Oh boy.
Do you hear those two with their runaway thoughts? I'm only giving you the sliver of information I'm giving you now because things are already deep in the shitter. This was my last card to play, and it looks like it's already made things worse. So hurry, cabin, now.
Yeah, we should probably try to get there before... Okay, now hold on. I have so many questions. Yeah, no, I think it's probably worth our time at this point. We could talk about this. But I think we better just go before things get way more out of hand than they already are. So, off we go.
But a great and horrible change is already underway. The ground
Okay,
breaks beneath
maybe
your
not.
feet,
Off we go.
And you feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway, then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin.
What is she, a black hole now?
Even the earth
Okay.
beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
Zoom tool, 10%.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Stop believing everything you hear. We just have to get our thoughts in order. We just have to think straight.
Well, I'll work on getting us all on the same page.
Any, words of warning?
Now you want to hear what he has to say?
You already know everything you need to know.
Fine. Let's see what happens when we open that door then.
As you step forward, the cabin explodes.
Never mind, we're not opening that door.
You're flung backwards, violently slammed into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Well, that was uncalled for. What the hell?
You watch
Did I,
in
like,
paralyzed
bang
awe
my
and
head
terror
so
as
hard
the
I died,
princess
or is she
emerges,
200
her
feet
body
tall now?
unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
Well, I wasn't lying when I said she was a black hole. She just has her own gravity now. That's awesome.
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Well, I've created God. I don't know how I feel about this development.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
Oh.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
What do you think we're gonna do with this dinky little knife? Seriously, look at her. But, you know, I remember when I first started this YouTube channel, we played Sword of Mana. And Sword of Mana, if it taught me one thing, it's that even a rusty, dinky little blade could become a holy sword. So let's imbue this damn thing, shall we?
Yeah, screw all of this. I'm with you. A real god wouldn't need us as part of her plan.
Yeah, she'd just murder all of it. Wait.
You'll never make it to her, and even if you do, what could you possibly hope to accomplish?
I'm gonna take her down a peg or two.
We'll do what we were always supposed to. We'll take this blade and we'll sink it into her heart.
That's the spirit.
Look at the way everything's being flung around her. If we just throw ourselves in her direction. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. If our thoughts are what give her power, maybe it can cut both ways. Maybe we can do whatever we want to do. Maybe none of this is real.
Alright, I don't think I admire your paranoia in this case, but at the very least, I know that you're working with me.
With a forceful
Alright,
tug, you
here we
yank
go.
the blade out from the tree.
Attack and dethrone God.
You close your eyes and take a deep breath, and for a moment you can feel everything around you, like you're a part of everything, and everything is a part of you.
Formless water, boys. Float like a butterfly. Smash like a hammer.
And
Come
the
on,
is
then.
open, settling on your target. It's time.
Let's do this.
You
Time to
launch
get rid
yourself
of God
towards
with
the
a knife
princess.
and a
You
dream.
can feel
That's
the
all we've
powerful
got, but
gravity
it'll be
catch you,
enough.
carrying you from the ground. into
Hey,
violent
it's the
swirl of
king.
her orbit.
Welcome to the stream. How you doing? We seem to have given the princess just a little bit too much power, so we're just gonna, like make a little cut, make a couple little cuts, take a little of that power away, give it to ourselves, put ourselves on more equal footing. That's the plan anyway. Let's see if it works out.
Even now you defy me. Too late then. Show me what you think it takes to end what's destined to end everything.
All right, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, do it. Show her.
All right, eat this.
You're not going to win. You know that, right? What are you even going to do with that tiny knife? Give her a scratch.
She doesn't have a scratch on her, man. Even if it's a scratch, it's still damage.
You still don't get it, do you? We can be whatever we want to be. Nothing is real. It all might as well just be a dream.
I mean, all we have at this point is the dream, so
Are you okay?
no, he's completely delusional, but it might be just what we need to get us over the edge here.
Of course, I'm not okay. I've never been okay. But maybe I needed to never be okay for us to make this happen.
All right, now, just to be clear, if we make it out of here without dying a viciously painful death, we are getting you some therapy.
As you fall towards the princess, you swing the blade in a massive arc, putting all of your strength behind it. It cuts a shockwave through the very air, splitting everything in its path.
Eat this storm ruler.
It won't be enough.
It might be enough to knock her off her feet.
How unexpected.
As
You
the
don't
blow
say.
lands, the entire world shakes. The outline of the princess disappears into a storm of dust and debris. Could we have done that the whole time?
I think we can do a little more than that.
It was a fluke, I'm sure. An accident, that's all.
All right, you listen here. If we want to keep this up, I need all of you on the same page, okay? We are a party of 4. This is God. If this is not a JRPG at this point, I don't know what a JRPG is. We need to work together.
It won't be a fluke if we do it again.
And harder this time. Well,
As the dust settles, the form of the princess comes back into view.
she's off balance.
Her skin and vestments are lightly scuffed, but her body is whole, and her face is full of self-righteous fury.
You wanted to see how hard I could hit. Was that hard enough for you?
At least we made her mad. That has to count for something.
Oh, let's do a little more than that now. Let's keep going.
But she holds her anger back. Her eyes close, and a gentle smile curls across her lips.
Oh, don't give me that.
And so the little bird has found his heart at the end of the world.
It's about time.
Her eyes flit open, pupils narrowing on your form.
But is it courage that courses through his veins? Or is it madness?
At the end of the world, what's the difference?
The world around her stills. The debris stops in place, and the air is calm and silent.
She's planning something.
You walk a razor's edge. It won't be long before you slip.
It's a good thing this razor is double-bladed. Well, okay.
Then in an instant, it all comes at you. You are pelted with stone after massive stone, even the pebbles slicing through you like bullets. You cannot hope to so much as move as the bombardment continues, your body being destroyed bit by bit, crushed under the mass of wood and rock.
Alright, well, I'm a little hurt, but I think we're still all here. Is everybody still here?
It's over. You had your moment, I'll give you that. But that's all it was. Hope it was worth it.
My moment is just beginning, Voice of the Broken. Moments last a lifetime at the end of the world, because time doesn't really mean much anymore.
Enough with the yous. Whether you like it or not, you're a part of us.
Yeah.
Hell, whether I like it or not, you're a part of us. That was your moment too. And we can have another if we all work together. She's not your perfect goddess, just look at what she's doing to you, her most loyal servant.
Yeah, you were the one who was with her to the end. You agreed with everything she did. You wanted her to step on you, and she pelted you with boulders until you fell to those. She wouldn't even step on you, man. Doesn't that make you angry? Doesn't that make you upset a little bit?
This isn't very nice, but we did make her angry. Isn't it what we deserve?
No. If you wanted to be stepped on, I'm going to get you stepped on. I don't think that's something I should be saying, because I don't think that you need to be stepped on. I think you need therapy, but let's get you through this first, then we can get you therapy.
Who deserves something like this? She wants her freedom.
Let's defeat the giant woman. I need to break out of these boulders first.
Over and over again if it helps her. What kind of god does that?
Not a righteous
Stop
one.
deluding yourself. If we're going to make this work, all of us need to see the truth.
All of us together, boys.
But I love her.
She does not love you.
And she doesn't love you. She doesn't even know you exist. You are just a tiny part of an obstacle, and she is currently in the process of destroying said obstacle, so I suggest you snap out of it now while you still can.
I can't believe I agree with the narrator, but I absolutely agree. Alright. Again, boys. All together now.
All at once the pressure breaks. You burst through a mountain of debris and straight for the princess's heart. As you soar towards her, the eyes on her vestments open wide, the light of their gaze slowing your pursuit as more and more matter continues to assail you.
No, correct that statement. Attempts to slow my pursuit.
But it's not enough to stop us, is it? We're going to make it to her.
Damn right.
You are. As you draw near, you extend your blade, readying a powerful strike. It sings through the air and is met with a barrier of light.
Of course she had a
You remain
shield right at the
frozen
end.
in midair,
Why wouldn't
the two
she?
of you unblinking, waiting to see who breaks first.
I don't know, Princess. I'm pretty good at this whole staring contest thing.
And then we win. Right?
Only if we can break through this, and we all need to heave together.
That's what should happen. Why isn't it happening? Did we do something wrong? Were all these powerful, heroic thoughts not enough?
All right, you're losing your will at the finish line here. Let's keep this up for a little longer, and then we'll be fine.
I believe in us. Isn't that enough?
Then keep believing. We can't lose hope now.
Unless we got the rules wrong.
Power of God versus
Sorry.
power of will. All out attack. It's time
I
for
think
this
I
to
messed this
end.
up.
Couldn't agree more. Let's not even explore about this part. Let's keep pushing because, yeah, quite frankly, there's got to be a way through this. Well, there's got to be a way around this, but if we can't find a way around it, then the only way through is through. So let's go through.
That's right. So come on, push, all of you.
Heave ho, boys, all together one more time.
I'll do my best.
All right, one last try. You continue the struggle, your blade kicking up sparks as it grinds against the princess's barrier. You're getting to her.
A little bit of a level playing field now, huh?
Your persistence is admirable, but it's misplaced.
I think I'll be the judge of where to place my persistence, actually.
We're so much more than I thought we were. It won't be misplaced if we win.
For sheer force of will, you can plunge it through her heart. Steel your will. Make your resolve and determination like iron. through that, you can defeat them. Show her that it's all or nothing. If you fail, then everything's gone, so show them why you're the protagonist. That's what we're trying to do.
You ignore the princess's words and push a little further, and then a crack.
Hey!
And where that crack formed, another forms, and then another. Finally, it shatters. We did it. We actually did it.
Well, we broke the barrier, but the question is, can we even reach her heart now?
The princess's
I'm gonna try.
face remains serene as your blade plummets towards her heart.
Sorry, my dear, but it looks like even a shield won't protect you now.
A victory, but one that remains rooted in the material. And I am beyond that now.
What's that supposed to mean?
Let us leave this world of illusions.
I need you to clarify, what do you... Guys, where'd my sword go? Oh shit, we made it an illusion, and she's able to break our illusions, isn't she? Oh.
You have no weapon. Our battle is at an end.
I mean, my talons are registered as a deadly weapon, but probably not against a 200-foot-tall mountain.
Is she going to hurt us now?
Yes. Yes, she is. Very much so. Where are you going? How can I tell that touch is soft?
Oh. That feels nice.
No. Let's back up. Let's ignore the feeling. Why can I feel that?
The flame may be snuffed, but the wall remains. This isn't just for my glory. You are a part of this now.
So does that make me an equal? Or am I still the priest/pet that you wanted me to be 5 minutes ago? It's been more than 5. What are you... Okay. Oh, that... nails on a chalkboard. Why? Ow. Her grip tightens, and somehow you feel it. The pain sits at the limits of your comprehension like an endless sea of hands falling on you one after another before finally collapsing in on themselves. You lose yourself in the darkness. I don't know if I should be reading this. I read it.
She's hurting us again. I've never hurt like this before.
Yeah, but it's like she's pulling the world apart. How can she hurt us by pulling apart reality? What is this?
She isn't even touching us. How could she hurt us without touching us?
Oh, power, take a damn nap in hell. Send her back to hell. We could not. She destroyed my sword.
Unless all of this is us. No, we can't be this. But it feels like she's ripping us apart.
I don't know, boys. If she can rip apart reality and tear apart the fabric of my being just by touching it, I don't know if we ever stood a chance here. And, you know, thinking about it, like, we could fight back at this point. I don't see how that would really help. But this is just deja vu again, isn't it? We tried to stab her at the beginning of this, and we gave up, and it created the monster that we've created. But if we fight back now, are we any better than her? Do we really have the right? Like, she has become the most powerful being that we are aware of. But if we fight back now, for whatever good it's going to do, something tells me it's not going to end off in any way that doesn't just make us her. You know what I mean? Like, her will is shattering reality right now. So if we were able to somehow break through that, we're shattering her reality too. And I didn't want to do that, man. This is all wrong. Sorry, boys. I think I made a mistake. I think I brought us to the brink of extinction for nothing. That sucks.
Finally, you have seen my light. All is forgiven.
Oh, is that all it took? Ow. Ow. I'm turning to ribbons. Why? Me, when I slay the princess, I did her manicure. There you go. Hi, Cole. Welcome to the stream. Don't submit. There's always a chance to win. Yeah, but again, I don't know necessarily that we'd be any better off if we did win in that case. Because if we did, in fact, dethrone God, then we have control over reality, right? But we had to kill her to get there. her idea of taking control of reality is killing us to get there. So we're doing the same thing as her if we fight back. There's got to be a different way forward. So that's what I think. I don't think this is going to work out for me. I think it's going to be very painful, but let's find out. Okay, yeah, yeah, very, very painful. I have successfully become the ribbon accessory. I don't think I can equip this one. It seems to have broken my entire body in the process.
You've done so well, little bird. Behold, the fruit of your anguish.
What are you even talking about? What is that supposed to be? Try to pull the gyro down so we can see that. How am I alive?
Where are we?
How are we alive?
It doesn't matter. We've never really known where we are, have we?
I guess not, but
You're all starting to sound like me.
can we address the window in the room? What is that? The world has opened up and beyond is something beautiful. Huh.
Oh. What is that? I think I want to be there.
It's definitely different from anything we've seen so far. Can anybody else see the grass growing in it? Like, I know it's mostly like Aurora Borealis, but I can definitely see shoots of grass growing through it. Wonder if that means something.
It's where we're supposed to be.
You seem to attach to that sentiment very quickly.
It's something actually real.
I mean, I guess grass is pretty real. Are we finally going to touch grass? Oh boy. As long as you stay determined, you can fight anything. I mean, we could have. There's no wrong answers here. That's what the game says at the beginning anyway. Now I can definitely see the shoots of grasses growing. Hey, Jessica Star, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Amazing choice. Be better than her by being yourself. First time seeing the stream. Hiya, good luck, have fun. Thanks, appreciate it. Not grass, but something even more beautiful than where you are. Yeah, and that's fair too. Whatever it's supposed to be. What was that? Princess, what did you do? You're the god here. What's the problem?
Something is holding us back. Is it one of us? Is it part of her? Is it some part of him that managed to cling to this place?
Where is he anyway? Did he die when we got rippled a minute ago?
I don't think it's me. Would I know if it was me?
Probably.
After everything I cast aside on my path to ascension, what remnant of the old could possibly be left to defy me?
Well, only one way to find out, right? Oh, yeah, you know, that makes a lot of sense, actually. The hands in the long quiet demand their sacrifice. Yeah, don't... After everything you've been through, please don't drown. That would be a terrible way to go out. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you look so... longing?
We have to be able to do something to help her. This can't be how it ends. It can't. It can't. It can't. It can't.
I think this is the end. I can feel every part of me freezing over.
Yes, that is part of how you drown, but don't give in to that. Oh my god. You know, no, don't get tired. Okay, this is combination drowning hypothermia. Don't get tired. That is and I know I'm supposed to be giving the hands their sacrifice, but like, holy shit. Don't do this to her. She doesn't deserve that.
You have been the only thing I've ever known to show me grace. I am sorry if I have not shown you the same.
Yeah, our relationship didn't really have very much reciprocation, did it? Oh, God. Wait, what? No, not without you, no!
Fly, little bird.
I don't want to fly if it means losing you!
No. I don't want to be somewhere she isn't. It would always be dark without her.
I mean, I don't know. That light looks pretty not dark, to be fair. Well,
That's what she wants for us. But can we make it?
should we start swimming? I'm not sure swimming in the air is really going to work, but...
Yeah. We just have to believe. And everything is going to be okay.
Isn't that how we ended up in this mess, though? We believed a little too hard, and then... Oh. Well... That didn't work. Shit, man. We were so close to figuring this out. I don't know what that was, but we were so close to figuring that out. And now it's gone. Damn it. Yeah, uh-oh. Even if this was unavoidable, even if you gave him, in the very least, you found a peaceful solution. That was what we were trying to do, ultimately. It didn't really look like it at first, but after a while it was like, yeah, no, I don't want to kill her, I just want to take her down a peg for her arrogance. That was all I needed. Everything started from nothing, and they end in nothing. For creation and destruction, don't drown, just continuing to fight onward, even if it's pointless. I did lose the precious. No, but to be fair, we lost her to the hands, which means we're going to see her again in just a second.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Well, this is the end of the road, boys. We made it to the end of this, I've been calling it cycles? No, I think I've been calling it reset. We made it to the end of this reset, so... But we'll be alright. We just gotta see what's on the other side of this mirror.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Just have to ask, do you know about the secret route that you can find in the Spectre chapter? Yes, I do, actually, so not to worry.
And not in a good way.
I will figure that one out.
I don't want to look at us.
Well, sorry, boys, but we do in fact have to look at us, even if it's not something you wanted to see. But I'll take care of that part. You guys just rest for now. Lord knows you've been through enough at this point.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Can we trust you? A mercy.
All right. Here goes. What do we see this time? We turned into cancer last time, so what will happen now? Oh, my ribbons are showing. I've withered. Yeah, I mean, she did just cut me to pieces, so I suppose that's fair. Come on, just stay determined. Just continue staying determined. Get you through anything. A human knows a will can always push. Remember, I've been talking and guiding you since the beginning, determined to see this end. Well, I appreciate you sticking with me. But we're back in the long quiet. So let's, this is reset number 3. So let's see what this one ends up being. Yeah, you know, that's probably the only way that you're going to contain a 200-foot tall mountain. I mean, this place seems pretty limitless, but she's not quite as limitless as she thought she was.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Well, it sounds like you've been reflecting on your experiences. That's good.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You're learning what it means to be human, my dear. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Don't know about that one. How can you stand to be a contradiction? This is a good question to ask, I think. We want to know this one, too, so we'll come back to that one. Let's see. We don't want to say that one. We'll finish. What do you want me to bring you next time? Any more vessels? I want to get back anymore. Stay here if I have to. No, we don't want to say that one. I don't know if she'll know the answer to this one, but I think it's worth asking at some point here. So, you know, and I think, let's see. I think we'll start here actually this time, because that last world was a roller coaster. So let's see if she knows what's happening here with the worlds we leave behind, because we did in fact leave behind like 3 worlds in that loop and in that reset. That's a lot. So
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Yeah, and I guess it's not fair to ask you that question when you've got to figure out who you are. So, fair.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Maybe. Of course, that means we have to bust you out of here, but everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? Makes me wonder why that's in italics and everything else is not. But, We'll ask what she thinks of this vessel. Now? Yeah, let's ask it now, and then we'll come back around to this one. So, what are your thoughts on the 200-foot-tall mountain?
This one sits at the cusp of awakening. A new god, waiting to be born. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart.
That sounds about right.
Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light.
She seemed to be the light for a little while there, but I guess she found another light outside of whatever all this is. So. Sadness, anger, fear, all part of this human feeling, but if you can feel nothing but endless happiness, could you really ask yourself, are you really human? Humans are contradictory. Our nature is unpredictable. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think in this particular instance we felt nothing but endless happiness. There's been quite a roller coaster of emotions going on here, but that's part of the human condition, right? Which might be what you're saying, and I might just be misinterpreting what you're saying, but, you know. But I think this is fair to ask, because this all started because we stabbed her this last time. Granted, I tried to go back on it multiple times, but, you know. We do end up, either you hurt me or I hurt you, or we hurt each other. Have we hurt each other yet? I feel like we probably will if we haven't already. So, and I can't imagine that's good for your health.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Well, no. Not, why would that make me resent you? I'm just concerned. I'm just concerned that it's, I don't know, making you hate me. But to be fair, when we're here, it's like the quiet infects both of us. It's like we can reflect on the things that we did without really having to linger in the emotions that we had when we were there, you know? So that's how I feel anyway.
It does seem small from here. And the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be.
Understood what you're saying.
That
Keeps us
doesn't
alive
make
yet.
any of them less special.
Makes you go crazy. Need to save you, but who's going to save me? Fair point. Well, I guess we'll have to see if we save each other at the end of all this. Let's see. I don't think she'll have a preference here. She hasn't had a preference before this, so I don't think this is fair to ask. And I think if she knew that, we wouldn't be having this conversation. She'd just be awake, right? So, do you know how many more vessels I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
No. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Let's see. All right, well, let's go to reset number 4. I'm ready to go back. Let's do this.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Ow! 7 years of bad luck. We've racked up 21 years at this point. Starting to think this is going to bleed into the generations after me if I keep this up, but, well, we'll see how long this goes. Back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So you say, and so it's happened several times before this, but that's me talking out of character. In character, I just got hit over the head with a mirror. I don't think I remember much of anything. 21 years of bad luck and 201 broken bones. Yeah, at this point. At least I've still got 5 that work. Enough to keep pressing the buttons with my one free hand. She got powers because you wished her to be a goddess, but the question, do you resent, hate her? Oof, that hits deeply. Why? I feel like she always seems to have, like, when we reflect on things at the end of everything, she always seems to have these sort of, like, she lets you examine the relationship that you have with her without judging you for it, which is really, I think it's a really interesting way to write a character. It's not usually something that you can dig deep into in a controlled environment in a video game story, because most of the time, if the characters are, well, characters, they can't let you dig that deep, because then they'd be giving away pieces of their backstory that you need to save for later in order to make them well-rounded characters. So being able to kind of explore how you feel about her and how she feels about you it's a really big part of the choices that you get in this game, and I think it's kind of interesting. I enjoy it anyway. So okay, so I don't know if I want a reward for doing this. I'm just gonna go. We already said the one, but most of these other options I'm not really big on, so let's just go.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Need help or some hints getting the secret route, letting you know if you want it, though. I think I've got notes for this one as well, so, like, I think I should be okay. The plan here is to not take the blade this time. So, but I think we'll be okay, but I'll let you know if I do. So, things contradict your mind, constantly changing. It's the abyss. It's fully yet empty, but silent, must scream. Has no voice, must make yourself known with no mouth. It doesn't matter. Don't know if you hate or love them, doesn't matter. It hurts, it's hard to breathe. It's hard to understand, you don't know. You want to be a hater, but you can't be a hater. Not if you want to spread the love, anyway. Sorry, caught up in theories. Mind is bending in a good way. Such good storytelling, art, music, and voice acting. Well said. Well, thank you. But yeah, no, it's good to get caught up in the theories with this game, I think, because it leaves enough open to where you can kind of fill in the blanks yourself. So I don't think it's a bad thing to get caught up in the theories. So.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. So, no knife this time. Let's see what we can do about it. We're all no strangers to love you. You know the rules, so continue to persist. Yeah, that's the idea. We're aware of how the cycle works at this point. In character, not so much. Again, we got concussed with a mirror, but out of character, we got it.
Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Through the power of kindness, you can save everyone.
The blade.
Let's see if that's how this works.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't want to do this right. I want to do this wrong.
The door to the basement
Maybe
creaks
looping
open,
through time, but you can use to
revealing
your
a
advantage. You can use to
staircase
save
faintly
people.
illuminated by
That's
an
the idea.
unseen light in the
Let's see
room
if we.
below.
And now, we've already
This
saved
is
her
an oppressive place.
once before. The first
The
time
air
we did
feels
this loop,
heavy and
we
damp. A hint of
saved
rot
her
filtering
just
from
the normal
ancient
way, where we
wood.
just got her out of the chains and
If the
everything like
princess
that.
really
so.
lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
And the trouble is, once you do one of the loops, you can't do it again. So we can't just save her. That was in the first episode. So we'll have to find a creative solution, I guess.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
It feels like the last one was the most creative solution so far, but
Hello? Is someone there?
we'll see what happens.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
But is it the most dangerous game? Let's find out. Yeah, still not going to give her the time of day on the stairs. Let's go down there first so she's not like, well, don't just stand there.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you
Genuinely
may still
believe
be
that
able to do
no
what
one should
needs to
die,
be
but do
done.
believe punishment should fit crime, so you'd rather save the princess in order to give them redemption on their choices in life. Hard problems need creative solutions, like the stabby one. Oh, I'm hoping it's not going to come to the stabby solution, but we'll see. I don't have a knife, so it's kind of hard for it to come to
You
the
walk
stabby
down the
solution this time.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
And for those of you who've played this before, I know I'm not skipping through dialogue that we've already seen. I like setting the stage, so that's why I don't really skip through the dialogue, even though it's stuff we've seen before. And to be fair, if you're viewing this for the first time, you may not have seen the dialogue previously because you may not have seen the previous episode, so that's why I don't like skipping through it, even if it's stuff we've seen before. I'm not in that much of a hurry, to be fair. I still have 2.5 weeks of school left. I don't want this to be done before then, because this is very easy to plug and play every day, that I stream, so... Oh, excuse me.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's have a chat first.
Okay.
We'll do the other option at some point. We chatted previously, but let's have a chat. There's a few questions I did not ask her previously. I feel like, and I know we've asked the probing question before, but I feel like we should still ask the probing question, which is, what's your name? It kind of... Like, we say the deja vu line, or I've said the deja vu line a few times already with the narrator, just to make sure it's like, no, he doesn't remember. But the princess, I mean, she hasn't remembered previously, but who's to say that's not going to change, right? So, what's your name?
Oh.
Oh. Uh-huh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
See, so gotcha. Other ways, best of luck. No wrong choices, no wrong answers. It is a love story. Yes, that is what the title screen told me. We'll see how much love is going around here. Blindly seeing the different options, you hope. Yeah, I'm going to try some of the different options because I think it's worth kind of going through all the dialogue, especially the ones we didn't do the last time we were with this version of the princess. So, show people what they have, give them a perspective. Power perspective can give a lot of information a little at the exact same time. Yeah, and we'll see if we can help the princess in that way. Also notice the princess's face changes depending on the story or choices like the shape and the way that she's designed. Yeah, so just in this chapter alone, if you choose to take the knife, she's colder towards you. She has more of like a 3/4 angle and a dour stare, whereas if you don't take the knife, she's a little more receptive to you. She is a little more open, which is... the changes, they happen with every decision that you make. At least that's what it seems like, so... School ends June 15th. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm in college, so I have a little bit of extra time. That being said, I'm working during the summer, so I don't have that much extra time, but a little bit.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
I already made the Mario joke last time, so let's not do that. We can just...
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
You're a broken record, milady.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Something strange going on here.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I think we said the I don't know anything about you one already. We said the have you been eating or drinking one already. We said this one. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I do want to go back through this option again, because if I remember correctly, there were other options inside of this option, so let's go see.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
It's true.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Well, I don't know that she'd come up with anything about why she's locked up down here, because she literally can only do that if I give her information, so... We didn't say this option previously, so let's ask her this one.
The princess hesitates before responding.
She doesn't know.
She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Even though that would normally kill her because she wouldn't have had anything to eat or drink in however long that long is.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
I think you're taking this the wrong way, actually. I just want to see if you have any agency left.
It's not like you'd believe me.
Well, that's not very nice. So maybe let's just at the very least tell you why it seems like, at the very least, I'm a little hesitant here. You're supposed to destroy the world. And quite honestly, it's hard for me to know one way or the other what's going to happen here. Now, we kind of already went after this one, and I don't think she's given me any inclinations to say, no, there's something about you that just doesn't feel right. But we did already say this option. I think we're going to say this option again. I feel like this gives her too much leverage in terms of the way that the conversation goes. So I think we're going to say this again.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
The story can go any which way. The ending depends on you. As you can clearly tell, just continue the perspective. Truth is something powerful. Her suspicions and other things are very understandable because to her, it sounds more like saying the right question or answer will allow her to have things. Yeah, that's fair. Princess of the great kingdom, daughter of king, our king. Sounds like an NES game. Sorry, couldn't resist. That's fair. It's the joke that I would have made too. So, didn't make it, but it's the joke I would have made too. Depending on how you see it or slice it, she could be either the villain or the hero. Let's see how it slices out this time.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
You keep playing that card, and it is a sad thing that you've been stuck down here for so long, but you keep playing that card. It's starting to make me wonder if the so long thing was done on purpose.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, actually, but hypothetically speaking...
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Yeah, but can we really fault her if she doesn't know how to destroy the world and then she just does it? Isn't that just an accident? I mean, it kills... Maybe I shouldn't say that. It does kill millions of people, billions potentially, but like... I don't know if I could fault her specifically for that. That sounds like scapegoating.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
She's got a point.
I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me.
I don't think that's what this is.
This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Yeah, and to be fair, they are preventing you from living your life down here.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Well, see, that's the thing, though, right? It is messed up that you're stuck down here. They're taking away your life. But you do have reason to end the world because you've been locked up down here. If you're as human as you seem to be, we already know that's not true, but if you're as human as you seem to be, you would have some resentment there.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
I already told you, though, that if the monarch dies, the currency that values the work of everyone in the kingdom goes away. It doesn't have any basis anymore because that currency is directly linked to the monarch being alive. So I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50 on it at this point. She's not gonna like this one, but let's ask this. Maybe she'll be receptive.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Yeah, well.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
I mean, she'd have to chew through her arm, and there's no way she'd ever do that, right? Show someone kindness. That kindness will reflect and rebound on you in the long run. No matter how hard it tries, good deeds never go unpunished or unrewarded. Yeah, well, sometimes that comes back to bite you. Sometimes if you do good deeds, you end up having to do more work because everybody sees the good work that you do and they want you to do more good work. I'm not projecting, I swear. Risk and reward. Who do you trust? Who's telling the truth and who's telling lies? Who's real? Who's fake? And how much mental strength can you take? Doesn't matter how you try. Show them. Either one truth, one lie. Show them which one you're truly going to be on their side. Who do you believe? Who do you just trust? All of that, but do not be hasty or rush. Yeah, well, that's why we're kind of asking if she'd be okay with us slowing down.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
Oh man, I'm right here. I just said it'd be okay.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Did her demeanor just change, or is it just me?
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
There's that face again. Don't like that face.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I'll be right back.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
I'm just getting the knife, okay? I don't want you to have to chew through your arm to get out of here.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
She's not even listening to me, is she? She seems like she's wrapped up in her own head again.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
She's not, because she can chew through her arm to get out.
She has to be bluffing, but hurry.
Well, okay, I should say this. She can chew through her arm. We haven't seen her chew through the whole arm yet, so...
You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Yes, we can cut her out again.
Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Wait until I pull the Uno reverse card right at the last moment and cut her out of her chains anyway. Maybe this time we can cut below where she normally we cut at the forearm. Can we just cut at the wrist instead? I don't know, I feel like that'd probably still rupture a bunch of blood vessels, but that did not stop her before, so... Sorry, just like writing poetry, sometimes you're writing kind of like that. No, that's fine, Starfall, no big deal. Speak, your perception and vision of her is becoming skewed. You don't truly know how it will go, and now maybe she doesn't either, so now we're all going to be screwed up. Hey, Conker, how you doing? Welcome back. She sounds twisted. We, asked if she'd be okay with us just keeping her company in the basement, and then she gave me the face, and by the face, I mean the face that looked like she was ready to murder me with her eyes alone. So I said, let me go get the knife. In the best case scenario, I can cut you out. In the worst case scenario, I don't want to even wish that on myself. Let's see what happens.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Where's the princess? Princess! Oh.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago.
Wait, how did
there's
she...
only a severed arm. Its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
I'm less concerned about the arm because I kind of figured if she can chew through part of her arm, she could chew through all of it. She did not react when she, started chewing through it or had to pull it off previously. But I'm more concerned with the fact that I have no idea where she is. I just walked down the stairs. She wasn't behind me. She's not in front of me.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
So, just an olive branch. I know, I have the knife. the intent was just to cut you out of the chains, to be fair. Can we go back to step 1?
Oh, you coward.
No, I don't think we can.
Well, I tried.
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
I'm sure you do. Please tell me you're going to give her the look. She gave us the look. I don't know if we... I'm trying to think when the option for the look comes up. I can't remember. I guess we'll find out later. Yeah, she must be above you. Oh no, we have to go under it. It's possible she might be above me. Considering last stream, she may be able to kill you with her eyes alone. I would not be shocked at this point. She did kill me by just, like, poking her fingers into my mind in the loop that we did before you got here, so... let's see. I don't think locking her down here is such a good idea. Let's just,
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her.
Where is she?
You know, this is a fair option. She might be trying to escape by, like, you know, waiting for me to walk further into the room, investigate. It might be a ploy, right? So, let's lock the door. Sorry, princess. This is getting really, really bizarre. I'm caging you like an animal. But...
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Oh, is that your stipulation this time? Alright, princess, that was my turn. I've spent all my mana. I end my turn. Your move.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
I know that. I don't know how much longer I can wait for you, but I don't want to make the first move. That seems like a bad idea. Princess Stabby Pants McStabber, that's who we give the look to. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Just me, or were the bars on the window moving? They might be moving a little bit because there's like a boil effect. The game has a boil effect so that, like, when you're staring at stuff, it's not like sharp and hard on the eyes. So the bars might be moving because of that. There is a boil effect on certain things, and it might just be more noticeable with the bars because they're against like a backdrop that I don't think the sky has that boil effect. So it might be more noticeable with those because the sky doesn't have a boil effect, whereas everything else does. So basically everything on the screen right now is moving except, well, the arm and the sky. So
You do your best to patiently wait her out.
yeah, it's a particle effect. Yep, partly a particle effect. But imagine, though, if it wasn't. Yeah, imagine if she was magically unsealing the bars by using a spell or something.
But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in.
Really? Exhaustion? That's the best you can come up with?
Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
But it's 9:40 at night. I'm so sleepy. No, I think I can hold on a little longer.
You wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant.
Because, I mean, I don't want to
but you can't
stab her.
outwait someone who's been waiting for as long as she remembers.
You know, you make a very good point. I wish you made this point earlier.
You barely
Off I
even
go to,
realize that you've
Dreamland.
started to drift off.
Okay,
It tears you
hi.
From your sleep, the princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs.
Where did you even get those?
There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone.
Sounds like we just had a nightmare in Dreamland.
It can't just end like this, right?
Hate to break it to you, hero, it always does.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
Well, she tore my insides and made them outsides. Time for your viscera to see the light of day.
Everything goes dark, and you
So you
die.
do have school in the morning, so you're tired, but you have to stay awake to see what happens. We won't be going for too much longer. I usually go for between 2.5 and 3 hours, and we started at about 7:50, so we're at about the 2-hour mark now. Chapter 2, The Beast. And I think, honestly, after this whole
You're on a path
reset is
in the
done, I
woods,
might call it for the
and
night,
at the end of
because
that path is a cabin.
excuse
and
me,
in
I
the
don't want to go
basement of
over
that
for too
cabin
much longer, because
Is a princess.
then we might have to go through a whole nother reset before we, well, end it. So I might end it after this one. We'll see.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Now, that being said, I don't want to be the reason why you're sleepy at school tomorrow, but like I said, I don't think we'll take too much longer to go through this one. Well, we already said this one. We said this one. Let's say this one, since we did in fact just die.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
I know that. I'm just incredulous at the fact that I'm alive again. In character.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Hey, 8th opening. How you doing? Welcome back. We did a whole loop with attempting to attack and dethrone God while you were out. It was the Apotheosis was the third chapter for that one. So we did that one, and now this time we locked ourselves in the basement with a caged animal, effectively, and then she ripped my insides out, and now I'm in chapter 2, the Beast. So
if he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here.
Voice of the Hunted.
You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
I don't know, that sounds a little like trapping. Yeah, we all fought the friended god, and we got ripped to shreds, but you know, we gave it our shot. We gave it as fair a shot as we could. Alright, off to the cabin. With the voice of the hunted.
Warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
It depends. Is the cat from Tom and Jerry the cat that you're referring to, or...
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
That did not make a difference last time.
She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
Yes, she did in fact turn us into red jam with filling.
That's a very
boy.
roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
I suppose. Let's get going.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls.
Wow.
The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
This place looks worse than some of those dilapidated shacks we explored in the Apocalypse when we played Fallout 4.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Chapter 2, The Lion Queen. Hakuna Matata, no worries. Oh, I wish. Alright, back to the mirror again.
You walk
Show
up
the
to
hands
wall
we
next
care.
to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Listen, I wanted to touch grass before this was all over with. Technically, this is moss or ivy, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it still counts.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone.
Well, the blade didn't really help us last time. We took it with us and she still tore me limb from limb, so we attempted to make an olive branch, to be fair. I said maybe we got off on the wrong foot. Maybe she'll be more receptive if I don't take the blade with me. I'm going to die.
No steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
Well, I want to talk.
I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
You say that like we're going to be able to come back up here and grab it. I doubt that highly.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes.
Sorry, dude, I have to tap out for tonight. Trying best stay awake, can't too tired. That's okay, Starfall. Thanks for sticking around with us. I will let you know how this goes the next time we boot the stream up. Have a good night. Get some sleep. We will attempt to not fall asleep ourselves here, unlike the last time.
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Don't worry, in your group chat. Sounds like a plan. Yep. We will we'll catch you around the next time. I post my schedule on the server and on this channel every week, so you'll know when I'm streaming next. And it'll be shown in the live section on the channel anyway. So there you go.
She growls up the stairs.
I don't know if I like the growling part.
I can smell you.
Oh, good.
She sounds almost feral,
Well, we did trap her like a caged animal last time.
impatient, or maybe eager.
I don't think I like the connotations of that one.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness.
So you say, but I see one very large living thing right there.
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Are we not going to acknowledge the fact that she's right? Oh.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her.
Well, she's still chained to the wall. We might be able to use that to our advantage.
Remember, she's just a princess.
Are you sure?
She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does.
Well, yeah, how we react will directly change her, so...
Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Oh boy.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
Yeah, well, you're not really making this a very welcoming place, to be honest with you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright.
She's moving.
The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Listen, I'm pretty sure this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy that's being hunted, I think he's the right one to listen to in this case. Maybe you should have gotten the knife before descending. No, this is fine. Well, we can talk to her. I'm sure she'll listen. Maybe I can unlock speak to animals before this is all over. Maybe. How hard am I huffing copium? But you know, he said move. He's the voice of the hunted. I trust him. Move.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess.
Well, we didn't die.
In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
I'm more worried about the fact that she might be trying to wrap her chain around my ankles and trip me.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
It's kept me alive so far.
You whirl around to
other than
find
that
her,
one time.
and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement.
Yeah, roll animal
stairs.
handling? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to gain enough experience by dodging to roll animal handling.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Well, we don't panic, first of all. What do you want? We don't. So this is our opportunity to talk, right? She hasn't started moving yet, so now we can talk to her. Let's not give her ammo. This seems silly to say. I'm trying to remember how many of these we get. I don't remember if we get one or two. I think we get 2 options here. I've done this path before. I think we get 2 options. I'm going to say this one, and then we'll say this one if we have an option available. If we don't, well, maybe we'll come back to it.
I want to swallow you whole, and I
Oh.
will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
I don't like being told what to do, but why do you want to swallow me whole exactly? Don't predators, like, rip their prey limb from limb like you did last time?
Don't ask her what she wants. Just run for the blade upstairs and slay her with it.
All right, give me a second, narrator. She is literally closer to me than I am to the stairs. We need to whirl back around so the stairs are behind me. Maybe then I can go get it.
Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful.
I don't think I need to know what she looks like to know she could murder me on the spot.
She's just a princess. Don't overthink it.
Not helping.
She's clearly not.
She didn't say she wants to kill me. She said she wants to swallow me whole. If she wanted to kill me, she would kill me before eating me. Is she trying to get my Atma? What is this? Digital Devil Saga all over again? I don't look like a demon. I don't think. You know, this is the option that I was going to ask you about last time. What if I just helped let you out? I mean, you would have already... This is right. If you could get out of here on your own, wouldn't you have already left?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
I'm not trying to compromise with what you are. I'm trying to give you a larger pit to hunt in. Don't you think the world outside is a bigger place than this? You're trapped in here. Don't revel in it.
At least she's upfront about her intentions.
I guess.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else.
Snakes swallow their prey whole. She must be some kind of chimera.
We're on the back foot.
We are.
The back foot keeps us nimble. Keeps us alive.
For now.
It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive, if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
With no knife, though? We need to get the knife if we want to take momentum back. So, yeah, she's not a bear. I don't think Play Dead is going to work. Does Play Dead even work on wild bears? I'm not sure if it really even does, to be honest. I feel like it depends on whether the bear can climb a tree. I mean, you wouldn't play dead in that case. If it couldn't climb a tree, you'd just climb the tree, but the bear would wait you out. So, like, just don't be where bears are, okay? That's probably the best advice I can give. Don't be where bears are. Don't do what I'm doing now, but she's not a bear, so let's not play dead. Let's just live. Okay.
Jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
Something tells me we will not be able to do that again. Just the way that he worded that, you know. I don't think I can keep this up is a fair point, but as you can see by the fact that we can't see the stairs now, the stairs are right behind me. Let's get the hell out of here.
Now's our chance. Quick. Right, I agree. We can't do anything without a weapon. We can regroup once we're armed and try to figure out a better plan.
Or we can just close the door and lock it and throw away the key. Or we can just open both the doors and then lure her out into the wilderness. But, you know...
Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive.
Yeah, fair point. Let's figure out what we're doing after we're out of here.
As you turn to sprint for the stairs, you feel...
Oh my god.
You instinctively glance behind you just in time to see the princess lunge from the shadows, more unhinged and dripping, eyes fierce and full of hunger.
How did she even get out this far? How far does her chain go?
She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
Damn, I thought that was clever. I guess it wasn't very clever, huh?
I guess that's it then, isn't it?
Great.
Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
What do you mean? Oh, that's what you... Oh, God. Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, man.
Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
Yeah, she wasn't lying when she said she was going to swallow us whole. I appear to be in her digestive system now. Wait, if I'm in her digestive system, doesn't that mean that... Okay.
You start to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
Why do I say things? Didn't bears try to be bigger, buff, intimidating? Not sure what Play Dead is for. Yeah, I forget which animal Play Dead has been shown to work on, but I don't think it's consistent. Got any pepper mace? Oh dear. Guess you got Vor. Oh god, the Vor allegations, they're coming back.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place. but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Wait.
The flesh around you
Okay,
rumbles
okay.
as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
To be fair, in the last reset, I was literally torn to ribbons, and it was agony. But I'm not sure if being digested is a new one for me. Let's be clear. But having been turned to ribbons already, I'm not sure if me being peeled away really makes me care. I'm more
You don't belong
trying to figure
down
out.
here. You came from somewhere else.
There's a lot to
And
unpack
you came
here.
from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
You did all of this after slapping the shit out of me and clawing my insides out last time? Well, it's not a wonder you turned into a lion snake thing.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her.
Are you trying to get out of your chains, or?
Chains. She's loose.
I guess so.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
Is it her heart or my heart?
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison.
You'd call that hellhole nicer?
I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
I literally tried to leave together with you without you having eaten me whole. The only difference here is now I'm not the one opening the door. How do you know it's gonna say, the crow demon thing isn't the one opening the door, so I can't let you out there, Star Fox.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
Yes, but the question is, how much longer will we be alive in here for her to try this?
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
Okay, I will do something
We don't
by
have
asking
steel,
questions.
We have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
How would that even work? How would we become her? That doesn't even seem possible. I have too many questions to just try to claw and bite through all of this. I need to know what the hell is going on, and I'm going to regret this because I'm going to melt. But what was talking to you? Did the cabin say that stuff to you? All those hurtful, hateful things about your nature?
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
But one of you had to start the conversation, didn't you? So doesn't that mean that one of you doesn't know how to... Okay!
Is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
Can she leave? Does the crow demon thing say yes or no? Apparently I haven't answered yet, so I guess it depends on what my answer is at the end of this, isn't it?
The cage is still locked.
I told you I would have opened it if you just would have let me go up the stairs.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this.
I'm not trying to talk my way out of this. I'm trying to talk my way into understanding
We are
her.
drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
I'm going to turn down the peanut gallery now. Yeah, you could have asked me before swallowing me alive. Maybe I would have opened the door for you.
I acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish.
And that's why you're not currently able to get out of the cabin, because you just embraced nature. If we worked together, not embracing nature, maybe you'd be out already. Ow!
The
Okay.
princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You know, this isn't bothering me quite as much as I figured it would. I figured with me not liking when you, like, disembowel the werewolf guys in God of War, I would be really bothered by this. But maybe it's because of the still image.
You can't hold me forever.
I mean, it could, but... Yeah, no, you need me to want to free you, right? Like, you can't... You're holding me against my will. I need to be out there and allow you to be free. We have to work together on this. You need to tell me what you want, and I need to act on it. That's the only way we get out of this without, I don't know, dying. Although, if I die here, I don't know what the hell happens at this point.
Every creature craves freedom. You will too before you die.
Yeah, I don't know at this point. I'm pretty sure I'm about to die anyway. Yeah, that looks like death.
Never truly exceed the limits of the flesh.
I think this is the last
Your
chance.
vision
Yeah, I think you
finally
get 3
begins to
questions
blur,
and that's it.
Your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets.
Okay, that bugs me a little bit. Why is it always eyes, man? I took a test today for one of my nutrition classes, and there are these things. Don't look this up. It's disgusting. Don't look this up. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it anyway. But there are these things called Betos spots that you get when you don't have enough vitamin A. And, Lord, man, if I never have to look at that again for the rest of my life, it will be too soon. But considering I'm going to be working in nutrition for the rest of my life, I will probably see those again, and I may be dry heaving if I ever see them again.
What little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, that's probably the most gruesome way we've died so far. Congratulations, new record! Chapter 3, The Wild. Oh boy.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Why does it feel like that's not coming from outside of me? Why does it feel like that voice just came from inside of me?
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
So you mean the narrator, right?
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
I think the person who's in control right now is the one who's saying that. Although, if she's right, I think it's not her that's in control. It's us. Oh, Wild. You are a path in the woods? This isn't right. This isn't how this is supposed to work. Where's the script?
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
This is our 3rd time.
I think this is our 3rd?
Yeah.
That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
I just love how incredulous he is. He's like, wait a minute, you have flipped the whole story 180 degrees on its tail end. What the hell happened here?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
You said this last time, too, and the last time you said this, you brain blasted him and turned him against his will. What do you want to do this time?
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do?
Something tells me telling the storybook to shut up is not going to help your case.
Can she hear us if we talk?
Probably.
I can hear everything, little one. But you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
That's just because she
Oh, good, you're
devoured us
back.
and dissolved away. We don't even exist as a body anymore.
I have become tree.
We're still
Arbor
here.
Day wasn't that long ago. This is pretty fitting.
Isn't that better?
Oh, great. Now he's infecting you too. He already infected Paranoid and the voice of the Paranoid and the voice of the hero the last time.
She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
What do you mean convinced? That doesn't seem right. We are stuck together. Look at us. Look at me. I am this.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together.
The script, it's over there on the table next to your water.
This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
You know what, Conker? You're right. Let me go get the script. Hold on. All right, let's look at the script. Let's see what happens here. So, the script has no paper in it because we are the woods. And in order for there to be paper, we'd have to cut the trees down. Oh, well, she can hear the narrator. I thought that was only ghosts. Yeah, apparently not. Never mind. Curious to see what happens. Let's find out.
I guess that's it then. This is us now. We're the woods. Okay.
I'm surprisingly all right with this. I wouldn't mind being a tree. And actually, you know, the other thing, let's think about this. She might have more perception now than she did previously. And unlike the last route where she would not listen to us because she didn't see us as an equal, on this route she sees us as an equal. So maybe now we can figure out more about the narrator. We've kind of got this idea about what she is and what the hands are, but we don't really know a lot about the narrator. So let's explore a little. What is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, okay.
That's not an answer to our question.
And you wouldn't answer my questions anyway, even if I asked you, so I'm asking her.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
Well, that doesn't seem very productive.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
Yeah, but then doesn't that kill the trees and therefore destroy all the oxygen in the environment and then I die anyway?
He wants us to kill each other.
He does. That doesn't seem very neighborly.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
We literally died together. I'm pretty sure there's not much of a way of going back.
She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
I'm pretty sure at this point I'm more worried about what's going through my xylem and phloem rather than how to murder half of myself. So maybe if I just embrace nature, maybe we can all go home. I've had enough of this guy. How do we stop him? I mean, I'm okay with this. This is fair because she did eat me. There's a few options here that I like. But all of them will advance forward. If they don't say explore in front of them, they advance the dialogue. So I'm kind of like hesitant about which one I should pick. I'm trying to be careful here. I mean, I'm okay with this answer. How petty do I want to be to the narrator here? Petty enough. I want to be petty enough. How do we get this guy to stop trying to get us to kill each other?
We push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now.
You make a very
There
good point.
must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
And to be fair, the last time this happened, the princess gained so much power that she practically became God and tore a hole in reality. Maybe the hole will stick around longer if we do it together.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
Well, it wasn't very pleasant. I melted, but remember how it felt. Turn inward and find your freedom. I mean, it wasn't very pleasant. I did melt, but I don't know. I mean, the solution was becoming a tree, and if anything, we've become greater than we were before, and this may be the answer that we need to get us out of here. So I'm willing to let bygones be bygones if it means I can get out of here.
You fall inward into a network of connections too vast
Narrator
for your
pettiness.
mind to
No,
occupy.
she's hot.
Are you a path in the woods?
She's a
Are you
tree
a
at
body?
this point.
Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
No, but I've become formless water, so now I can float like a butterfly and smash like a hammer. And hello, Super Gaming. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're in the wild, or we were a second ago. The wild seems to have faded away for a second, but that's just because we're both focusing, so.
We can change to fill them together.
Okay, then let's do this together.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries.
That's it.
You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same.
That sounds like you're speaking from experience. You had so much character development the first time we did this. What are you not telling me?
What is he going on about? What does he know about us?
A lot, apparently.
This is all too much. Why can't we just let her do as she sees fit? She's the one who can handle being vast. It's not for us. It's not for me.
No, it's for all of us to do together, Broken. Again, we need to all be on the same page here, or we may not crack a hole in reality.
You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
You're not very receptive to all of this. Can we shut him up now?
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
Well, gang, it's time to go on an expedition. Let's find this place we need to be.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you.
That's okay. All we have to do is find that one little something.
This place will fall apart before you find its end.
You have no way of knowing that. Keep looking.
This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible. All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real.
We have become the nature. So let's submit to the rules of nature? No, because that's his rules. Let's break the rules of nature. Keep looking.
You can hold us together for a little while longer. So long as you trust me.
Is the narrator implying he remembers some things? Maybe. He's said all these times that it's like he doesn't remember anything from previous loops, but maybe. No, I can fix her. I don't know if we need to fix her. We just need to trust her.
Of course we do. To the ends of the earth.
We kind of have to trust you to the ends of the earth. After all, we are the earth now. So, I trust you. Let's work together and figure this out.
You won't find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
Don't know if that's going to help you. How would you starve trees that don't seem to need anything in order to survive? I can see cracks forming.
grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now.
What will you do if I say no?
I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it and free us all.
Let's break through this cage.
No, stop!
Found the grass again! All right. Princess, we found it. The place that we need to be. The only way out is through this hole.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
He was trying to keep this beautiful, radiant light away from us.
It's beautiful.
Of course, the trouble is...
We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are. We won't be whole.
As long as the princess is the princess and not the hands, I think we won't make it through that hole. The hands need to help us make it through that hole. The princess is probably not strong enough on her own to do that. I mean, she was God the last time, and she broke through, and she still couldn't follow us because the hands told her, no, screw you, I need a vessel.
Where did it go? Why is everything so cold?
Well, that's a sign. Behind me? What do you mean? We were one.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Now I can fix her.
Should we try and find
Nothing
her?
can stop the hero and the princess working together. Your world? Yeah, that's a good question. What did he mean by your world? Well, he's dead now, so we won't be able to ask him that question, but...
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Well, as I said previously, you wouldn't remember me saying it previously, but as I said previously, we'll be alright. We almost made it that time. I think we just need to push a little harder.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
And that means we have to go back to the beginning.
Great. That thing reeks of death. I don't want to look at us.
Does it reek of death, or does it just reek of what could be? You know. Anyway, we'll be back soon.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Soon you will be.
A mercy.
I hope. I really hope the hands aren't just bullshitting me, because I'd be a little sick of people bullshitting me by the time this is done. Alright. Well, I was Cancer the second time. I was Ribbons the third time. What am I now? Skin and Bones. Yeah, that's about right, actually. I did get destroyed by stomach acid. Alright, back here. Oh, the hands grabbed a tree this time. Fair enough.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the Long Quiet. We're supposed to be there.
I'm glad that you recognize that.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Looked like light and blades of grass growing. Well, I don't know. Let's... I don't know if this is true, but that's what everything looks like outside of the cabin before it all goes to hell, so...
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
What are you trying to imply? I think I know, but I think we're going to need to do a little more exploring before we get that answer for sure. Wow, that was quite a lot. Wowza. Yeah, that was, that one was a new one for me. I have not done that route before, but I wanted to give it a shot because I had not done it before. There's another decision you can make in that route that we won't see, where you can choose to be two things instead of one thing, and it's, gory. Well, a little gory. Not that bad, but a little gory. So... This seems like an existential crisis. Let's not give the hands that have only ever known me an existential crisis. She knows about the world outside, but I think it's worth her talking to her about the narrator as well. Well, let's see what she thinks of this vessel first before we talk about the narrator.
This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart.
Well, if we ever get to explore the light outside of this whole place, then a curious heart would probably be one of the best ones to have, yeah?
Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
Now the only question is, can we ever take it? If she knew that, again, I think this option was available before. If she knew that, she would already be awake. This is a long one, but it makes a very good point. I don't know if the hands know about the narrator yet. I forget if we asked her. No, we asked her if she knows the narrator before, but she didn't know. So now I think it's worth asking now that she has a little more perspective, you know?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Well, we broke open the spaces into the spaces beyond, and every time we did that, he died. Let's see, are there any that he does not? Yeah, you know, none of these options are like, I don't know. Every one of them says he does. So I think it's best to say, I don't know why it is, but apparently he does.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Maybe. Oh, okay. Well, I guess this, in a vague way, answers this question, doesn't it? Do you know now how many more vessels I need to bring you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Yes, so basically, once you have retrieved 5 princesses total for the hands, that brings you to the end game. So we have gotten her 4. We only need 1 more. So I didn't want to spoil that before she gives us that answer. But there's only 1 more we need to get. So all the more reason to kind of end it here. And by that I mean once we're done talking to her, we'll call it a day, and then when we come back we'll end the loop, you know. Just realize, does this look like a face to you? I can see it. Like her hands, usually the hands cover up the eyes on the princess to kind of give you this idea that she's not awake yet. The hands are not awake yet, right? So usually it covers up the eyes. So where the hands are, that could be the eyes. The tree that like the branches that kind of splay out a little bit could be the nose. There's definitely a smiley face there, or a frowny face depending on how you look at it. Yeah, I can definitely see it. So, and she's pulling down the smiley face, right? So she usually, what happens is, we've seen before, is when the hand pulls, like the hand will pull down to open her mouth so that the hands themselves can talk through the princess to you. So yeah, I definitely see it. So let's see. Oh, that was what that was going to say. Okay, well, we don't want that. We haven't asked this question before this. And I don't know if she would have known the answer to it, but this is the last time. So is there anything specific?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
No pressure. Guess I'll have to pick something really good then. All right, well, I'm ready. Send me back for the final loop.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Ow. 7 years of bad luck. We're on 28 now. But we're back for the final loop.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yes, she is. The last princess we'll need. And I have to choose carefully how I want to have her be molded into so that the hands have something interesting. Will I choose one princess? Will I choose another princess? Or will I choose all the princesses? Find out on the next episode of Slay the Princess, the Stream Edition, where we'll finally bring this loop to an end. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you checking out the stream. And I will see all of you on the next one, which... here's the trouble, right? I only have one stream scheduled this week, and that's for good reason. I have like 3 term papers to finish writing over the weekend, so I can't really reasonably stream until... next Tuesday. I didn't want it to be almost a week later, but next Tuesday's probably the earliest I'm going to be able to stream again. But I'll probably be able to do 2 streams next week, rather than just the one that we've been doing for this week and last week. So I probably will be able to do 2. Once the term papers are out of my hair, I'll be so much freer. You have no idea. But until then, I kind of have to focus up on that. So. Alright, she looks like a mask made of trees, but yeah, good ending point. Thanks so much for streaming. Very fun to see. Must admit, things never seen. Well, I'm glad you got to see some stuff you didn't see there. So that's awesome. It's always good to hear. Great stream. Sorry you couldn't catch the beginning. That's okay, 8th opening. The VOD will be there if you want to check out what we did in the beginning of it. And then, like I said, we'll come back probably on Tuesday, next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time to finish this whole thing up. So like I said, thank you for watching, everybody. And until then, I'll see you all next time. Take care.